Bad mouth me and assume I don't speak the language? I'll kill you with kindness. Welcome to Reddit Rundown. Today, let's talk about revenge, from one of the top posts of all time on Petty Revenge page in Reddit.
Woo!
Obligatory on mobile. Sorry for the formatting. I am a light-skinned Latino American, and I lived in Korea for a couple of years during university and grad school, as my major was Korean interpretation and translation. During my time in Korea, I was lucky enough to attend music shows from time to time. For the K-pop uninitiated, music shows are free to enter, provided you have at least one of three items: a copy of the album of the group you're coming to see, B, proof of purchase of the album digitally on one of the approved music vendors in Korea, or C, the official lightstick from the most recent concert. Priority entry was always given to official fan club members, who had all three, then fan club members who had two of the three, and then fan club members who had one. After that came non-members in the same priority tier. The group I had come to see hadn't opened official fan club registration in almost a decade, so the group's management decided to do away with the fan club priority and did it on a first-come, first-served basis, but kept the whole three items go first, then two, then one thing. I had all three and I got there early, so I got a good spot in line. These queues often had us waiting outside for hours while the previous round of filming finished up. The thing about these music show venues is, they're very small. They have limited capacity and allow 2 to 3 groups fans in to watch them film at a time, so not all people who queue for a group get in. In this particular instance, there was trouble with foreign fans causing trouble by taking pictures, not listening to instructions. So venue staff literally went through and quizzed each foreigner in line on their Korean. If you couldn't understand, you were booted. I passed with flying colors and kept my spot in line. Here's where the revenge starts. Because of the aforementioned issues, a lot of Korean fans hated international fans with a passion. For this group in particular, so many people were pissed that they had to wait in line behind foreigners because they'd done away with the official fan club priority. Now here's me, sitting alone in a queue outside on a hot summer day. A group of Korean girls sat in front of me, and a lone Korean girl talking on her phone sat behind me. I was minding my own business playing games on my phone after passing my Korean quiz with the staff, when I heard the girl behind me talking shit. She was chatting with a friend, I suspect, because she was dropping a lot of curse words, and specifically mentioned these foreign roaches ruining things for us. I want to kill them. She mentioned me in particular, and said that she bet I'd bribe the staff to keep my spot in line, even though I couldn't understand Korean. Okay, so, it's harmless shit talk. I don't know this girl, and I don't know her friend. In the long run, it doesn't affect me, right? But it really rubbed me the wrong way, especially because she was talking quite loudly. So I grabbed my wallet, politely and quietly asked the Korean girls in front of me to watch my bag and hold my place in line, and went to the convenience store. I bought a round of water for everyone. It was heavy. I had about a dozen bottles of water. I get back to my spot in line, thanked the girls in front of me for holding my spot, then gave them each a water. I gave a water to the group in front of them too. Then I kept one for myself and turned around and handed one to the girl on the phone with a smile. Immediately, she lit up and thanked me in English, smiling bright and taking her phone away from her ear. As I hand her her water, I say in perfect Korean and still smiling, "The next time you loudly talk the foreigners, make sure they can't actually understand you." When I tell you it went silent in the immediate area, you could hear a pin drop. Her smile melted off her face faster than an ice cream cone on Florida pavement. She turned beet red and muttered to her friend on the phone that she had to go and sheepishly apologized. I accepted, she had water, and I felt better about myself. Bonus: the girls in front of me heard the whole thing and adopted me into their group for the day. Fun was had all around.
Woo!
Here are some top comments in this post.
Woo!
Now this is how to do it. Tell to their face while giving them something that brings life. Not a damn thing she could say or do besides apologize and try to be less shit in the future. 1010 would read again.
Woo!
I was a Peace Corps volunteer in Guatemala. One popular, and probably apocryphal, story told was about never assuming no one spoke English. 2 tall volunteers were standing in the central aisle of a particularly crowded bus on a hot and stinky day. One said to the other, "Geez, it smells in here." A little Guatemalan woman, standing under their armpits, responded, "You should smell it down here."
Woo!
I also live in Korea since 2015. One day was out for a walk and while waiting at a crossing, a girl and her friend or boyfriend waited there as well. I'm tall, 175 centimeters tall Nordic girl. The girl said to her F or BF, "It must be absolutely horrible to be so tall for a girl. I would never want to be that. She looks like a man or almost like a monster." Before the light turned green, there's a countdown. I said something along the lines, "I might be tall. I can't change that. Hopefully you can change your personality." They stared at me in horror and apologized and pretty much ran across the street. Haha.
Woo!
This is the most beautiful revenge I've ever read. I hope you share more stories about your time in Korea. This one was awesome.
Woo!
I will never understand why people do this. If I see a foreigner and they're alone minding their business, I assume they know the language and are doing something. Why would you just assume every foreigner doesn't speak the language of the country they're visiting?
Woo!
Korea has become more global. In the past, it was incredibly homogeneous, but nowadays that has started to change. When I was a child in Korea late 90s to early 2000s, seeing a foreigner, especially not in the military, was so rare. Nowadays, there are an increasing amount of foreigners living in Korea to teach English, and there are many foreign celebrities that are adored by the nation. In my opinion, I think this kind of thing happens everywhere. Not the talking part op went through, but the natives assuming a foreign person doesn't speak their native language. Heck, I've been in the US since 2002, graduated college, and I still have people who automatically assume I don't speak English.
Woo!
Korean here. Xenophobia is probably one of the worst parts of modern Korean culture. Got lots of unsolicited comments when I was showing my American friend around. I'm sorry you had this experience, and I'm really glad that you put them in their place. This is Reddit Rundown. If you watch this, please don't forget to like this video, don't forget to subscribe to our channel, and hit the notification bell for more video. Thanks for watching.